All right, let's just do this.
Let's just do this. Okay, well, Faith Soloway, good morning, Jew.
Good morning. Oh, you have a cup of coffee.
Hello, I'm Heather Gold. This week I'm recording in San Francisco. Katie is on a retreat. She's from New York, but she's on a retreat. I'm the lesbian, but she's on a retreat. I'm just saying maybe she's working on that. And with me is a wonderful guest, Faith Soloway.
Ah, thanks, Heather.
Musician, folk singer, writer, songwriter, and staff writer on the series Transparent. Faith did shows in Chicago early with her sister Jill, the Real Life Brady Bunch, lots of these kind of musical shows that you've done, like Miss Folk America. Did you ever really consider yourself a comic?
I just went there. I think I was a pretty serious musician first, but I knew I was always cracking people up. I was shy but funny. Those two things. And then the music thing, I just kind of went comic, and I love always around funny people, gravitate toward funny people. So
did you do music straight up without funny at all?
Yeah. And I do, and I still do. And I compose for musicals and for kids musicals, and I did I composed for myself. And yeah, I think you have to be able to do the serious to do the funny.
You think you have to be able to do serious to do funny? Why?
Well, first of all, I'll start with composition. What got me hired for Second City was music I wrote for a Shakespeare show, Twelfth Night, which is a comedy, but I wrote, the sonnets that were more serious. I put them to music, and I don't know. I just think the age-old comedy is pain, turned inside out, outside in. You have to touch the hard, sad parts of life to be able to heal with the funny stuff. You have to really feel it and know it.
I think you wouldn't even know anything that funny if you hadn't touched something hard and painful.
I don't know if it's a condition, like you have to be, but all the people that I love have been through shit.
Transparent to me, and I'm not the only one to say this, is the Jewish show ever on television by leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
Is that something that feels right to you?
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely Jill's intent. She wanted to make the queerest, Jewiest show ever. Not allowed to be too gay, too queer, it seems, in television. So she went for it.
Yeah. Now, before you were working on this show, what show would you have looked to as, if I was going to say, what was the Jewish show before it?
Oh, God, even the Goldbergs isn't allowed to be as Jewish as its name. The Jewiest show, maybe Rhoda, and that wasn't even just because she's not Jewish even, is she, Valerie Harper?
Well,
but
I will tell
she played.
Morning Jew art stand. My standard of Jewish is anyone who's ever seen a bagel. So on our show, we consider Katie's more conservative. She says you have to eat the bagel, but I don't even think you have to eat it. So, she's very Jewy.
She just kind of oozed Judaism, and what's so fantastic, if I think about it, is Valerie Harper's not Jewish. Jill's writing and directing and what she tried to pass down to us was all about feeling. The Jewishness and the touches and the way that Judith Light would do that kind of thing, and they're two boundaryless. I just ate the tushy, right?
Someone must have said that in front of you.
I know that too.
I know her. You probably obviously know her. When you say you're not allowed to be too Jewish before with these other shows, I would love to hear more about what you think. Like, why not?
I think the only notes sometimes were, okay, is this too Jewish right now? And is there untapped anti-Semitism out there? Is there, I don't know what this is, so I'm going to tune off. I'm just trying to speak to the fear of why people don't speak from what they know. There's that kind of whitewashing.
I heard Carl Reiner in an interview with Mark Maron say when he was talking about the Dick Van Dyke Show, which is maybe the first sitcom, one of the first sitcoms, if not the first, said that their kind of adage was think Yiddish, write British.
Write British, yeah. I just heard that. Jill was interviewed on Terry Gross. Hi.
Ooh, she's made it.
Terry Gross. She made it. That's like what everybody, and that's what Jill told Terry. Terry's Jewish too. I went right to the internet. I was like, is Terry Gross Jewish?
Absolutely. You had a question? Come
Yeah.
on. But you know, here to me, one of the hallmarks of Jewish in media, other than, and to me, why Rhoda feels even more Jewish than so
Yeah.
many other characters,
Hasn't she?
is often that effort to pull it back. To me,
Right. Right.
that has become
Right.
almost a Jewish thing in and of itself, right? The way the names changed, what the wife looks like if you're on Mad About
Right.
You. You know, I mean, what's more Jewish than my wife's blonde? And that's very important to me. If you weren't Jewish, you wouldn't care, right? Like,
But
there's
what
a.
couldn't Larry, if I think about Larry David, couldn't he have gotten real Jewy?
I still think he, as a character in that, is more than most, at least in the anxiety part of it.
Yeah.
I think
Hmm.
until you watch Transparent, that's part of what's so stunning about it, if you're Jewish,
Yeah.
is how come nothing has felt like this? I don't even think you would
Yeah.
notice until you're watching it. In the same way
Yeah.
that, to me, I don't notice till I'm in a room of queers that I feel a little more like, oh, I must be less relaxed around everyone not being queer
Right.
because I feel
Yeah.
kind of different in this room.
Right. Right. No, I mean everything from, the deli, the Sunday brunch, the rabbi, obviously the rabbi, obviously that's the big
Who's not
notion
also
there.
not Jewish, right?
Not Jewish. Well, yeah, the truth is the only real Jews are the parents, Judith Light and
Right.
Jeffrey Tambor. But those three, you could have fooled me, huh? I feel like they sell they sell a Jewish family to me at
Very.
least. Yeah.
But do you think they
I
feel?
was surprised Gabby wasn't Jewish, to be honest.
Do you think they feel freer because they're not Jewish?
In the world.
No, to play Jewy that way.
Oh, huh, maybe. Maybe they can exercise their own, yeah, they can find their inner Jews, bring them to life. You know,
It's
I
so
don't know.
moving to me to see Jeffrey Tambor, who's so Yiddish, right, in this, to me, in this role.
Is the Yiddish mama
I mean,
in
he's
this?
so amazing in so many ways, but
Yeah,
those moments to me, which are very affectionate and loving and
right.
theoretically feminizing, to be
Mm.
that nurturing,
Hmm.
obviously this is Mara's the trans woman, but I wonder for, male identified men, Jewish men.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I think Jeffrey has said in that he is recalling his own mom, his mother. When
Oh,
Jeffrey was so at home as Maura that it's almost weirder when Jeffrey was portraying Mort, and Jeffrey would, be Maura on the set, sort of sitting on a chair, just kind of having this comfort with this character when the cameras weren't rolling, when he wasn't called to be in character. um he kept the manicure, he kept.
is that a thing he does in general in his roles?
I don't know,
Stay
I
in
think.
character?
Well, I mean, I think this is maybe one of the first ones where he was really concerned about living the truth as much as he could, giving off the truth.
What's
So,
it? I mean, to what degree does it feel like and I don't mean this, uh, there's a sense of family of being on a crew and a show together, but obviously there has to be inspiration from your own family and life for this show. You and
yeah,
Jill are writing the show together. Is
right.
is there moments, I mean, for you where it's a bit uncanny or
Yeah,
feels different, maybe wonderful or something else because there's a sense of watching your family be there?
yeah. I mean, Jill has said in the press that she really, from the get-go, wanted to cast Jeffrey because Jeffrey reminded us of our parents so much, and it's really true. There is that essence. As far as in the past 3 years, what was going on when our parent was going through this, there are definitely some experiences, some emotional experiences that I could just sort of bounce right off of my reflectors or whatever, and be
Right.
able to kind of channel in there. It was cathartic in a certain way to be able to do that. For instance, the bathroom scene where Maura needs to go to the bathroom, but she doesn't really want to go to the bathroom. That scene really didn't happen with me. But my parent um, speaks about that all the time. They'll be going out somewhere and sort of just obsessed about the bath, not obsessed, but just worried about,
Right.
okay, is this a bathroom that I can deal with? And it's kind of heartbreaking to think about that as a reality. And with my parent being older and, not like the most femmed out version of themselves, it's challenging.
To me, it's the best show I've ever seen.
Oh, God,
By,
thank you.
I mean,
I'd tell her that.